When I hear music, everything changes for me. I don't know why. Even if I was so sad, I was so mad, I was so everything. When I just hear music, I just start. Jesus! 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 My hands, my feet, my whole body, all that I am, will sing hallelujah to you. Hey wonderful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl Lolo Cho. I want to thank you all subscribers that have helped me grow this channel to where it is today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so whenever Lolo Cho uploads a video, you'll be the first to get notified. And I love you all so much. Lately, while studying risk management, I was like, oh my god, this is a framework. And what is a framework? A framework is not a methodology that has given us a processes to follow. A framework is something that you can tailor to suit anything. At this risk management process, I was looking at the steps and I was marveled, like, if human beings can tailor themselves like this, I'm sure this world is going to be a better place for us all. When you start a business, it's usually your aspirations said that this business should be a long-term investment. So you have to go into it and start looking at the risks that surrounds this business. It could be environmental risk, it could be market risk, it could be legal risk, or there are so many other risks that you could be thinking about. The next thing is for you to analyze this risk to see if you really want to go in. We know that the higher the risk, the higher the reward. And the next thing you have to do is you rank the risk. Will I make profit? If I will make profit, I don't think this is something I should venture into. Is this area a high risk area? Say, let's say it is prone to natural disasters like tornadoes and all. Do I want to invest in an area like this that I know I may wake up one day and not have this business? You analyze that. And then you rank the risk. You know which one is better, which one is worse. And if it's in a way that you cannot handle it, then you drop it. And then the next thing you have to do is to treat this risk. We know that every risk is supposed to be treated. And what is the next thing you do? You have to keep monitoring this risk. We know that in businesses, the market risk is one of those things that you keep, and the environmental risk, they are the things that you keep monitoring every now and then. So, looking at human beings in the same kind of way, I was like, man, before we venture into relationships, we don't even do this analysis. But we only have one life to live. Oh my goodness. This topic is not gender specific. So things you should identify in human beings before you think of rushing into that relationship. What does their spiritual life look like? Their prayer life? Where do they hail from? Looking at their background. What are the trends in his family? What are the family patterns? Is this woman promiscuous? Is she a gossip? Is she somebody that can support me when I'm there? Or is she only attracted to me because of my money or the fancy life that I live or the fame? Is this man abusive? Does he treat me with dignity and respect? Does he honor his mother? A man who doesn't treat his mother right will not even treat his wife right. Will this woman sacrifice her makeover when that time comes without the money and the good stuff? Will she still be there for me if they strip me of my fame, they strip me of all this wealth? Will this woman still be with me? Are they positive minded? Are they people that will bring positive thoughts always out of a negative situation? So when you identify all of these threats, this risk, what do? You now analyze them. You take one after another. Is this man abusive? If this man is abusive, can I live with an abusive man for the rest of my life? If this woman is abusive, can I live with this abusive woman for the rest of my life? Abusive, it could be verbal abuse, it could be emotional, as well as it could be physical. This man is not born again. Do I think I can transform his life? Can I pray with this person to lead them to that path where I want them to be? Can my life even transform theirs, or will I be pulled over by them? Maybe he has been broken for so many years. Can I build him up? Can I build this woman up? Can I build this man up if they are broken? And then, what do you have to do? You rank them. When you are ranking these things, what do? You start thinking, if this man is more abusive, because sometimes you see women in relationships will say, they dated somebody for 5 years, got married to them, and in 3 years or 2 years, they are separated from this person, saying that this person is abusive. Trust me, I believe that these threats were there before, but you just did not want to pay attention to it. Is he more abusive than loving? Is he emotionally broken in a way that I cannot even heal him? What are his beliefs? Does he believe in some diabolical something? Does he believe in man? Or is he just believing in the universe? He does not believe in God? When you do your ranking, you will know which risk you should treat, or which other, because we know there are some risks that we cannot treat, even in our businesses. So what more of human beings that change? Some of those things are going to be permanent. Will you deal with them? See, maybe there are cross-generational things that you have to start breaking. You have to start breaking those cross-generational curses. Are you willing to do that? Are you capacitated for that? This is not doable. Just like a business, you say, I cannot invest in this environment because it is high risk. The next thing you have to do is treat it. First, you treat it by praying. You either pray for it or you pray against it. Praying that he should love me even more. He should have more love, more compassion, more forgiveness in his heart. He should be able to accommodate my excesses, be able to do the things that will make me happy more than the things that will sway me away from him. Sometimes people need to go through a whole process of counseling. Maybe some people just have to go on a getaway trip to sit somewhere, meditate. So there are some that you can actually treat. Say if somebody is abusive, maybe they can go through a professional counselor, or some people work better with Christ. They can go through a process in church that will really lift them up. And then once you have treated this risk, those that you cannot treat, there's really nothing you can do about it. You have to ask yourself, can I ignore this part of this person and still live with them happily for the rest of my life? Say if this person is a drunkard and I chose to marry a drunk in case he never ever changes, can I live with this for the rest of my life? If I'm getting married to somebody, the character traits that I see in this person, if I see my child replicating this thing, will I be so happy? I'm getting married to a promiscuous woman today. If this woman continues living like this in my home, will I keep up with her? Once you have treated this risk the way you can, the best you can, maybe you have treated them with love, you've shown them love and they still cannot change, you've shown them how you can invest in their lives, how positive words can help them build their brokenness, how you can, the length you can go for them to become better persons. If they still cannot change, then can I ignore this? If you cannot ignore it, if you cannot adapt to their own ways of life, then I think it's time for you to make that decision that only you can make, depending on how you feel. God has the best for you. He says that his plans for you are good and not of evil, and to bring you to an expected end. Don't go and pick the devil's end and hold on to it. And then you have to monitor this risk. Oh my God. If you were dealing with an abusive person, when you all get into an altercation every now and then, monitor it. Is this thing still coming back? If he's a gambler, when he has money, what does he do with this money? If she is somebody that is a spendthrift, each time she has money, what does she do like me? If this person is a cheat, can I live with a cheat all through my life? Can I spend a lifetime with this person? I get depressed and think of suicide because your life matters. I know that for businesses, they always make provision for loss. But in your life, I mean, it's one life you have now. If the business fails, they can rekindle it again. But when you die, you are dead and gone. God did not create you for someone else. God created you. He said he created you for his own sake. And you are only there to aid that part. I like his cars. I like the way he talks to me. His accent is everything about him. He's so educated and all that. He's famous and all those things. No, monitor those negative traits. It is very important for us. You are not doing that to criticize someone or to condemn them. All you are doing is to make a better version of them. Quite fascinating for me when I saw these and this thing started popping up in my mind. I was like, oh my God, if we can do all of these steps to identify, analyze, and rank it, treat it, and also do what, monitor it, I think our lives are going to be better, and we can not get entangled with a lot of people in our lives that we are not even supposed to bring close to us. Please don't invite toxic people into your life. It could be friendship. It must not be marriage. It can be any kind of relationship. There are friends that can make you commit suicide, or there are friends that can lead you to addiction. You need to analyze those things as well to make sure that this friend that I am getting in contact with, or that I am getting so close to, this friend is going to impact my life positively. So if businesses can do that, then I think we have, with our lives, we need to do that on a daily basis. When you meet people, you start by identifying their traits. You start by identifying who they really are and what they can impact your life with. And also, you need to rank them. Are these people good people that I can hang around with? You can build a word of your own, because God has given you the ability to do that. Let's trust God in this whole process. We know that we cannot do it on our own, but with God, all things are possible. So trust God in every relationship that you're getting into. And if you are already in a relationship, oh my God, this is something that you can still do. Identify those threats and start dealing with them immediately. If you have a drunk, you have to start, praying about it, giving them positive thoughts, helping them to come out of that addiction. That if you have somebody that tells lies, each time they tell a lie, you call them out and say, this is something that you have done, please don't say it this time because I already know you are doing this. It will bring that consciousness in them. If you have people that are promiscuous around you, you can tell them what they can do, how they can expand themselves. Women like beautiful things. We go after men because we think that we can get it the easy way out there. But tell them there is somebody that can give you even better than what you're looking out there. You can start off a business on your own, and things will get better for you. It doesn't matter how small. God can blow it up in no time. So we should relate to people based on this few steps. I'm telling you, this risk management process, it is so great if you use it. It's a framework. Just tailor it to suit your own needs, to suit your own family, and God will help us in Jesus. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope I didn't bring depression upon you. I hope I relieved you of something that was sitting on that chest. Yes, that suicide is not for you. That depression is not for you, because God has given us joy everlasting in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you all so much, and have a wonderful day.